Hello, Bob here. Today I'm going to tell you about my experience with my Baha, bone attached hearing aid. My experience began in the second half of 2017 when I went to the doctor to be evaluated for a laser eye surgery. When I checked in, they handed me a pamphlet saying they do hearing aids too. Well, my eye surgery went fine, and since I was at maximum out-of-pocket for my insurance, I found out that I could get the insurance to pay for my hearing aid. Well, it turns out the doctor was in-network for my eyes, but not in-network for my hearing, so I went to an in-network audiologist, told her that I'm nearly deaf in my right ear. Can you do anything for me? Well, she looked in my ear and said, your hearing canal is clogged. There's nothing I could do for you. You should see an otologist. So I went to the otologist, had a hearing evaluation, and told the doctor about my medical history. I have neurofibromatosis, which is a genetic disorder. As a child, I had ear surgery to have it removed, but it wasn't very effective because I've been pretty much deaf in my right ear for as long as I could remember. The doctor told me that there may be other options besides trying ear surgery again. He took me to the scheduler and told them to have me evaluated for a Baha. Well, what's a Baha? First thing I did when I got home is I looked it up on YouTube and said, oh, a bone-attached hearing aid. I went in for my evaluation. They explained to me the two different kinds of Bahas, one of which is they put a metal plate under your skin on your skull, and the Baha would attach by a magnet. Or you could have an abutment, which is like a little snap that sticks out of your head, and the Baha could attach to the abutment. The abutment usually works a little bit better, and it's also an easier surgery. But when she evaluated me, she connected me to a demonstration Baha, which was a Baha with a headband. And I noticed that I could hear very well with my right ear for the first time as long as I could remember with the Baha. She gave me a hearing test. She put me in a little room with a speaker on one side, the left side, with a noisy room and a speaker on the right side with people talking to me, and noted the difference. And she says that my right ear was able to hear significantly better with the Baha in both the normal hearing situation and in a noisy room. She said the right hearing was almost normal if it wasn't for my clogged hearing canal. So they set me up with their insurance person to get the insurance approval, and the insurance person unfortunately was not very skilled at her job. It took her almost 2 weeks to submit the request for approval, and then it took the insurance company another 2 weeks to process the request, which they declined. The insurance person didn't submit any clinical information with the request, which is why they declined it. But they said the doctor's office could submit an appeal within 14 days. Well, it took her almost the entire 14 days before she finally submitted the appeal. And then it took a few more days to actually process the appeal, where my doctor talked to the insurance doctor, and yes, they approved the request finally after a month and a half. So the next step in the process is to get a surgical clearance. Now, since I would be under general anesthesia, but I just had a doctor's appointment 3 months ago. Nope, you need another checkup. It needs to be less than 30 days before your appointment. So I went to the doctor, had another appointment. He checked me out, tested my blood, cleared me for surgery. The scheduler says, oh, we have a cancellation. We could get you in about 3 weeks. Okay, well, what time will it be? Well, we won't know the time until the day before. Well, how much time do I need to take off for work? Well, it depends. It's different for different people. Well, since they wouldn't tell me, I scheduled 4 days off of work. Surgery was on Tuesday. I'd take off through Friday, then take off the weekend and be back on Monday. So the surgery was scheduled for the morning, Tuesday morning, November the 14th. And I got in early in the morning. I had my surgery. As I was waking up, they rushed me out the door. I asked again, well, how much time should I take off? And they told me, well, you need to at least take off tomorrow so the drugs can get out of your system. After that, it depends on you. Well, I really wasn't in pain. They gave me pain meds anyway. And I stopped for breakfast on the way home. It was time early enough for a late breakfast. Still no pain. The next day on Wednesday, I was still feeling okay. I really had very little pain, if any. I even called my office and told them, hey, I don't need to take off Thursday and Friday. So really, throughout the entire process, I never really was in pain. The following weeks, I had a few follow-up appointments. They checked out, said it's healing fine, that I should swab around the abutment with a Q-tip and a diluted hydrogen peroxide. But permanently, from here on out, I will need to brush around the abutment with a baby toothbrush every couple of days. Well, the doctor will not actually allow me to have my Baha until 3 months after my surgery. They want me to allow 3 months for my abutment surgery to heal before I actually get the Baha. The person that orders the Baha asks me, what accessory do I want? There are 4 available accessories and I could choose one. The insurance company will pay for one. One is a mini microphone, which is a remote microphone, and it's also directional, so if you're in a noisy room, you could put it on a table and point it to the person that's talking to you. You could get a phone clip that allows you to use your abutment with your Android or iPhone. You could get a remote control, or you could actually get a TV attachment. Well, I chose the microphone because it was the most expensive. But I also decided that I would purchase out of pocket the phone clip. That's this. The phone clip can double as a remote, as can my Android phone, and the remote microphone can actually double as a TV audio. You just put the microphone close to the TV, so you don't need the TV device. So I went in, to my Baha programming on February the 14th, 3 months after my surgery. Incidentally, the doctor's office told me that the insurance does not pay for the Baha programming, that I need to pay for that, and I did purchase the extra phone clip out of pocket. Purchase of the phone clip, by the way, does not qualify as a HSA or FSA if you're on that. You'll have to pay for it with your own checking account. So how does it work? Well, when I got my Baha and finished my appointment, it was Valentine's Day, so I went out with my wife. We went out to dinner, and one of the things that I could notice right away with my new Baha is that I was able to hear conversations that were going on in the background. As a matter of fact, to my right, a man at the bar was talking to the female bartender, and I could hear what they were saying. I would have never been able to do that before. One of the things that I noticed is the phone clip works with Bluetooth, and it doesn't seem to be completely reliable. One of the things I noticed is that occasionally I will lose connection between my phone clip in my Android phone, and I would also lose connection between my hearing aid and my phone clip. Another thing just to be aware of is that with the phone clip, it can also accept streaming audio. So if I'm listening to my computer, I could hear the sound without having the sound on and without having a pair of headphones. I could hear it through my phone clip to my hearing aid. The tech support for Cochlear, who made my Baha, they told me that with a iPad or Apple type of a device, they can communicate directly with the hearing aid. Or with Windows or an Android tablet, I need to connect through my phone clip.
This is my abutment, and this is my hearing aid, and this is the part of the hearing aid that snaps into the abutment. Here is the hearing aid attached to my head. The hearing aid comes with a clip attached to a little fish line, so if you accidentally knock the hearing aid off your head, you don't lose it. This hearing aid uses size 312 batteries. Batteries are supposed to last about 3 or 4 days. It's recommended that you open the hearing aid door at night when you go to bed to extend the life of the battery. If this hearing aid door looks delicate, it probably is. My hearing aid came with spare doors along with a tool to help you replace the doors. So this is a phone clip. You can use the phone clip to make calls through your iPhone or through your Android phone. If you have an Android phone, you can issue Google commands. The phone clip also serves as a remote control for your hearing aid, so you can increase the volume or decrease the volume or change the programming on your hearing aid. With the volume up and the volume down. My hearing aid came with 3 programs. Program for normal mode, program for a noisy room, and a program for outside. You can select a program by pushing the program button. This is the power switch currently powered up. And this is the button you push to answer your mobile phone or to make phone calls, or if you have an Android, you can long press it and say, "Hey Google," and issue Google commands. This is the Android app that controls your hearing aid volume. The application also allows you to control streaming audio for Android and Windows. And this is the mini mic. You can put it on a table in a room full of people and hear the people at the table. You can put it in front of the television, turn your television down, or you could put it in another room and listen in on what's going on in that room, even though you may be up to 80 feet away. To summarize, a Baha is a bone-attached hearing aid. The type of Baha that I got, a surgeon drilled a metal abutment into my skull near my right ear. The Baha hearing aid snaps into the abutment. Surgery is outpatient. I was in early Tuesday morning and out well before lunch, even out early enough for a late breakfast. My surgery was almost entirely pain-free, and I was at work by Thursday feeling 100% recovered. The surgery does actually take 3 months to heal before the surgeon would allow me to actually get my Baha hearing aid. When I got the Baha hearing aid, I noticed a significant improvement in my right ear. I've been able to hear things that I haven't been able to hear before. The Baha is really more intended to work with Apple, iPhone, iPad than it is Android and Windows, but it does work with Android and Windows, although maybe not quite as reliable as it would be with an iPhone or iPad. I hope this information was helpful for you. If you get your own Baha, my wishes for best of luck and success for you.